I grew up in Tishomingo, which is a little south of here. My family, actually, their roots were there. But when I was born in Denison, Texas, which you hear say that, Texas, you know, did you hear that? I was about, my dad went down there to work, and I had five siblings. And so I was the sixth that came along, and it was in Denison. And my dad worked in a plant down there. He passed away when I wasn't quite 3 years old, and so the family moved back to Tishomingo. Else I might have been a Texan. I told the governor of Texas one time I was born in Denison. He sent me a flag to hang. I didn't quite make it to that. But when we moved back, obviously it was losing the breadwinner for the family made it pretty difficult on everyone. Fortunately, my dad was covered well by insurance, but it was still kind of difficult to get by. My mother was pretty certain about how she liked to have things done. She wanted everybody to make it on their own. We didn't take any kind of relief of any kind. But as I grew up, you know, I grew up with that. My mother raised us all.
Yeah.
And so I had a lot of, I guess there were people in my life that helped me, gave me the father image that I needed. School teachers, primarily, then in the church. I was raised in the church. And so I had plenty of mentoring along the way. But it was, like I said, it was pretty difficult. We had a strong work ethic, and as soon as you were able to go to work and earn a little money, you were out there earning money.
Yeah.
So that's how I was raised. And when the family was a loving family, we all got along really well, and so each and every one, since I was the last one, they gradually left home, and it was just my mother and I. My nearest sibling was 7 years older than I. So I was almost like an only child for a few years.
Yeah.
And so my mother raised me too. We had like I said, we had some hardship. We made it through that. I'm not going to go into all that. But we learned how to get by and learned how to work. And when I was in high school, I felt, however, that I really couldn't afford to go to college. And so I had these thoughts that just as soon as I graduated, I was going to go to work somewhere. I was already working, but I meant full-time, regular full-time jobs. So I had this gentleman that came to visit the school system, and he was talking about scholarships, and he made the statement, you can go to college. It's kind of like this whole block went away. You know, I no longer thought, well, maybe I should if I can. So I was in the National Guard, and I went to 6 months active duty after high school. And so during the time that I was on active duty, I sent half of my paycheck back so that I could afford tuition at the junior college or community college in Tishomingo. And so it was my first educational experience in college. Then from there, I got a business degree eventually. I thought I was going to be a football coach and a math teacher. I really like math.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people really like math, but I really enjoyed it. I had great teachers in high school, so I thought I was going to be a football coach because I love football too. So that didn't really work out. when I went to Murray College, I had a math class. I did fine in math, but we looked for E the whole semester. And I kept thinking we were going to find E, and it was one of those things where it was very theoretical and all. But I thought, I don't want to look for E the rest of my life. So I left college for a while, met my wife, and we got married, and then I went back to college. She was a senior in high school, and she had a bookkeeping class. And she was struggling a little bit. I don't know if you've had bookkeeping or not, but debits and credits and all these things. And so I said, well, let me see if I can help. So I sat down and I read the chapter. And I said, well, here, let's try this. And I realized that I could do that. I'd never been exposed to it before. So I decided I think I'd like to be an accountant. And so I went on and finished my degree in business at Murray. Came to East Central and got an accounting degree. And so I had a skill that was developed in education, so I went on and took jobs in that field.
Yeah.